Hello, everybody, and welcome to this session. I hope that you're having a great time, and I'm here for the next couple of minutes to encourage you, to challenge you, and to share with you some ideas and some insights that will help you to grow and become a very successful person, either as a professional in the corporate world or as an entrepreneur. Many people set out in life to succeed, but very few people end up succeeding. The difference is that there are some people who have made up the decision, who have made up their mind that they are going to win. And I want to encourage you, you are here right now and you are participating in this program because you desire to win. And that is just the first step. That is just the first step to succeeding. In the next couple of minutes, I want to talk to you on the topic, the considerations that you need to make before choosing a career. And of course, I will share a couple of thoughts on what you need to do to stay focused for the next 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, why not 30 years and the next 50 years. Many people get lost. Many people get lost because of confusion, because of the lack of focus, and because of ignorance. So I always like to say that anytime you are in a teaching, anytime you are in a training like this, always make sure you do two things. So as you are listening to me, do two things. Number one, begin to write down the things that you will stop doing because of what you're learning. Number two, begin to write down the things that you will start doing because of what you're learning. When you do this and you leave this program with the mindset to take action, I can bet you for the next 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you will look back and tell yourself, this is the most important career decision that I took for myself. So let's get straight to it. What are the considerations? What are the things that you need to consider? You are in high school, you're in lower seat, you're in upper seat, you're in your first year in the university. What are the things that you need to consider before picking a particular career? Number one is what I like to call skill alignment. Skill alignment, natural talent alignment in another way, right? Taking time to sit with your parents or just doing it yourself or with a mentor or with a coach or even with your friends to just evaluate your natural talents, your acquired skills is very important. Because if you just pick a career because somebody said so, it's very dangerous. I have met many people who will say, you know what, I just went to school and I got that certificate to please my parents. And they pick a different path. Meanwhile, they have wasted 5 years in the university studying things that they will never use to advance their life forward or even advance humanity forward. So taking time to evaluate your natural talents and the skills you have acquired to make sure that when you're picking your career, there is an alignment with what you are naturally gifted in. It's going to facilitate you and enable you to succeed faster and in a more fulfilled way, right? Because aligning your career path with your skills and your talents will always set you apart in anything you find yourself to do. So take some time and do some evaluation. What are your top natural talents? What are your top natural giftings? What are the skills you have acquired so far? How can you use all of these gifted resources by God to advance the career or to pick a career and become a great person tomorrow? Number two, the second thing you need to consider when picking a career is purpose and passion. Your purpose and passion. These things are not in any order. I am just teaching them as they came, right? Purpose and passion. Purpose is very important. Purpose is why you are here. There is no human being on earth without purpose. The difference is some people have not discovered their purpose. Okay, you need to discover your purpose. There's a training on my YouTube channel on purpose discovery. So if you don't know your purpose and you don't know how to discover your purpose, go to YouTube, type Dr. Javnyuy Joybert. You see on my channel, scroll down, you see teachings on different areas of purpose. There's another teaching on the 10 questions you need to ask in order to discover your purpose. It's very important. Then your passion. What are you naturally passionate about? There are some of you listening to me, there are some things that naturally excite you. You just love it. When you see somebody doing it, your heart begins to pump very fast. You start wishing, I wish I was the one doing that, right? You're passionate about it. You are excited about it. You are inspired about it. You are motivated about it. Nobody's making you excited. It's intrinsic. It's coming from the inside. So it is better for you to align your career path with your purpose and your passion. Why is this important? This is important because even when you face difficulties and you're doing something that is your purpose and you love doing it, you will always surmount those difficulties. It is difficult to see a purposeful, passionate person giving up on the path they have chosen. It is very difficult because there's a higher reason why they are on that path. They are not on that career path because of money or because somebody asked them to walk that path. No, they are on that path because of purpose and because of this incredible passion that they have for that particular passion. Therefore, choose a field, choose a career path that aligns with your purpose and with your passion. Right? Good. The next one is think about the future job market. Number 3, think about the future job market. The world is changing. The way the world is now today is not the same way it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. There are many of you still in high school and still in your first year in the university. Before you leave the university, a lot would have changed. When our parents went to school, there was no social media. There was nothing like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of these platforms. In our generation, we now have it. And in the next generation, they will have new innovations to contend with. Same with you. When you be leaving school, there will be new innovations to contend. Whether you're in the village, in town, the city, wherever you are, Africa, Asia, there is nothing you can do against innovation. It is an inevitable force. Technology is an inevitable force. The best way you can leverage on this is to adapt, is to change and begin to make good use of this technology. I always say that if you are not creating technology, make sure you are using technology. If you are not creating, you are not using, you are lost. And there is no way you can build a good career and a good business if you cannot do any of this, right? So when you're picking a career, do some research and ask questions. What is the future of this career? Research the anticipated demand of that career in future. Begin to ask questions. Can machines replace me in future? Can softwares, can systems, can robotics, can artificial intelligence totally replace my career in future? Right? You need to start thinking in that area. Instead of asking, is this career stable? Can I grow in this career in the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? You need to do further research. Okay? And again, keep in mind technological advancements and the market dynamics. These things will affect your career 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So ask some questions, talk to an expert, go to the internet, do some research, ask your teachers, ask your career advisor. Don't just pick a career. There are many people in the university at the moment studying things that they will not use. except you want to remain in a village. Even if you remain in the village, as days go by, technology is advancing into the village. As I said earlier, it is an inevitable force. It will reach every village in the world. No matter how long it takes, it will get there. Okay, number 4, income potential. Of course, people like money. How can you talk about choosing a career without mentioning money? Yes, when you're picking a career path, think about the income potential. Sometimes you can just ask questions around you. If you want to be a teacher, for example, maybe ask questions. How much are teachers paid? How much are government teachers paid? How much are mission teachers paid? And how much are private teachers paid? Right? If you want to pick a career in software engineering, as a medical doctor, as a nurse, whatever, as a pilot, whatever, research the income potential. And of course, you need to understand that income potential changes. Government issue laws, market dynamics changes, inflations, a lot of things affect that, the income potential of all careers. However, the good news is most of the time the money is growing, right? Mainly because of inflation and cost of living. But however, spend some time and also research the income potential of that career path. Okay, number 5, educational requirements. Very important. Understand the qualifications that are necessary for you to shine in that career. Don't just pick a career. Think about the educational requirements that you will need to get before you can shine in that career. For example, there are some careers that without a doctorate degree or without studying for 7 years to 5 years, you will still succeed and make a lot of money. For example, software engineers. I have many friends who are IT experts that they don't even have first degree, but they make almost $1 million every month, because it's a kind of sector that is driven by what you can do, not the qualifications that you have. If you can build good softwares, build good websites, build good apps, build good applications, whatever that you can do, you are paid for that. You are not paid because you have a first degree or a master's degree. It's a plus, yes, but it is possible to see somebody making a lot of money in that, right? So, but you cannot be a medical doctor without going through the process for 7 years or 6 years or 8 years or 10 years or whatever, and getting certified as a medical doctor and getting your license. There is no way, right? So when you're picking a career path, think of the educational requirements. Think of the certifications. There are some career paths that you will never practice and you will never shine in that career without the right qualifications. Okay? Do that research. The last thing I'll talk about picking a career is think about global relevance, right? Given the interconnected world at the moment that we live in right now, right? Consider how your career choices can perform at the global scale. Don't choose a career thinking only of, Douala, Yaoundé, or Cameroon, or Lagos, or Africa. No. When you're thinking of a career path, you are also thinking of something that can be relevant on a global scale. Don't pick a career that will only make you relevant in a particular local scale, national scale, or a regional scale, except you're comfortable to be a local champion, right? Except you're comfortable to being small. But if you're thinking big and you're thinking that someday you'll like to travel the world and do the things you love to do, when you're picking a career, you need to start thinking of the path that can position you in a place where you can be globally relevant. Or in a place where, should in case someday you relocate from Cameroon to another country, your skills will still be relevant. You get the point? So think of global relevance. These will help you a lot to pick the career. And just to add, when you're picking a career, also think of how much you will need to invest in that career. Some careers require more money to acquire the skills and the qualifications than other careers. So when you're picking a career, you can have a plan, for example, right? I'm not saying that if you do your research and see that it's expensive, you should not do it. No, still do it, but have a plan. For example, you can decide that, okay, I want to be this and this and this. But for me to achieve this career, I need to have the following qualifications. And for me to have the following qualifications, it's going to cost me this much. You can decide and plan. The first part of your career is that you will study for 3 years and get your first degree. From there, you step aside from school and get a job. And work for 2 years, raise some money, then you go do your master's degree. Have a plan, that's what I'm trying to say, right? Don't just get in blindly. And of course, for some of you who have parents that are there to support you, it's good. That's a gift. It's a blessing. Make good use of it. And make sure that when you get to school, you're serious, committed, right? Good. So the next key point, and then I round up, is how to stay focused. How can you stay focused as a young person? Number one is establish your vision. Show me somebody who is focused. I will show you somebody who has a clear vision of where they are going to. You cannot live your life anyhow, haphazardly, disorganized, and expect to be focused. One thing that will bring focus into your life is a clear career vision. You sit down, you write your vision, 5-year vision, 10 years vision, 20 years vision. In the next 5 years, this is where I want to be, and I want to achieve this and this and this. That helps you now to begin to focus on the things that will help you achieve that vision. It will help you start keeping aside friends that are not a good influence as far as your vision is concerned. Okay, vision. Number two, learn how to prioritize your task. Task priority is very important. Don't be that kind of person that you are in school and a friend just call you, hey man, come, let's go here. Boom, you just go. No plan, no structure. It's not even your priority for the day. You just wake up and you're just going. No, it doesn't make sense, right? Have priority tasks every day for the week, for the month, for the year. It's very important, okay? And I always like to use the matrix that talks about focus on tasks that are urgent and important. There are many people that are not focused because they keep spending time on tasks that are not urgent and not important. Let me tell you something. If it is not important to your career, if it is not important to where you're going to, don't do it. If it is not urgent to contribute to what you're going to, do not do it. Focus on tasks that are urgent and important and will directly contribute to your growth and your success ultimately, right? Good. Number three on how to stay focused is break your life into seasons and have particular goals for that season to conquer. I love to break my life into seasons, and I have seen that over time. It has helped me to be very productive and very focused. For example, I started doing this about 5 years ago. For example, I started doing this when I said, you know what, between from the age of 20 to the age of 25, these are my goals. From the age of 25 to the age of 30, these are my goals. From the age of 30 to the age of 35, these are my goals. This is the season where I am right now. There are particular goals that I have broken in and I'm focusing on right now. There are things I want to achieve between the age of 30 and the age of 35. So no matter what is happening in my life at that season, I am focusing on the goal for that season. For some people, it could be, you could break your seasons into the first 6 months of the year, the first 3 months, 4 months, whatever. You can break your life like that. And then in every season, you have core goals that you are focusing on. It's going to help you to be very focused and very productive. The fourth thing I would like to talk about staying focused is multitasking. Limit multitasking. Many young people are everywhere and they end up nowhere. Limit multitasking. Stop doing a lot of things at once. You have limited experience, limited knowledge, limited skills, limited resources, limited money, limited support. Everything in your life is limited. So when you are doing a lot of things, you begin to use your limited resources to achieve so many things and you end up not achieving anything. So limit multitasking and identify the core things that are critical for your life and focus on them and make sure they work. Limit multitasking, identify what makes sense and focus on them for the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever timeline you have for yourself. It's going to help you a lot. Next point is learn to review your life and make adjustments. Yes, learn to review your life and make adjustments. Many people are not focused because they just live life without reviewing. For example, you could be a young man that 2 years ago you were not drinking alcohol. You could stay for 6 months and you don't even drink a bottle of alcohol. But now, you now notice that every weekend you drink at least 2 bottles of alcohol. And that is not the life you thought that you will ever live. And if you don't practice review and adjustment, you consistently adopt new bad habits that will destroy you tomorrow. I always like to say, stop pampering what will destroy you tomorrow. So review your life and make adjustment. Personally, for me, I like to review my life every 3 months. Take time and have a retreat. Just go somewhere, get your journal, get a book. Just look at how you have been living your life in the last 3 months, in the last 6 months. It's going to help you readjust, keep some things, adopt new things, so you become much, much better. Last point on staying focused is acquire knowledge and check your circle of friends. The more wisdom you grow in, the more knowledge you acquire, the more focused you're going to be. Because the more reasoning, the more logical you become, the more mature you become in your brains, in how you look at life, you become more and much more focused. Okay? And of course, check your circle of friends. Your friends can either make you very focused or make you very, very disorganized. The people you call your closest friends, are they helping you advance forward or are they helping you destroy your life? I always say that friends are either contributors or they are vampires. Vampire friends are friends who suck life from you. They make you do things that will only suck life from you. But friends who are contributors only advance your life. So what will it be? Will you be focused or will you destroy your own life? I hope that you picked a couple of insights and ideas that will contribute to your success as a high school student or as a fresh university student. And as I always like to say, knowledge without action is useless. Give the most valuable, relevant knowledge to any human being. If that person cannot take steps to practice that knowledge, it's totally useless. So go take some action with the things that you are learning. I want to thank the organizers of this event, Glory, Laurentine, the rest of the team, for inviting me to share these tips with you. And again, the purpose of this program is to contribute to your own success. And what you make out of this program is totally up to you. The organizers have done their part. Now it's for you to do your part. Keep building, keep shining, and remember, you are rare, you are remarkable. Cheers.